Hello, my name is Megan Griever, and this is subunit 3.1, Role of Observation activity for EEC 3005. The first question was describe Montessori's observation of children with mental and emotional problems. After studying her students, Montessori came to the conclusion that even though these children had mental and emotional problems, they could learn to do the same things normal children did, even possibly exceed normal children's growth, just by using a different approach. The second question is, how did her observations change her ideas about the education of young children? After applying her methods of teaching on her students and making observations, Montessori came to the conclusion that these students could exceed the level of normal students, and she also found that the children who went to her schools developed additional skills normal students did not. The third question is, what are the benefits and limitations of her methodology? Some of the benefits of the Montessori learning theory is children learn at their own level, children make their own choices, they tend to read and write at a younger age, and they learn to cooperate with others. Some of the limitations, there's no imaginative play, there's no set time frame for learning specific skills or standards, and the mixed age groups could cause a problem. The next question is, describe what Montessori learned while observing children using the sensory materials she designed. Montessori discovered that in order for a student to develop the skill of concentrating, the child must show interest in the material which they are working with. She developed many age-appropriate sensory activities for her students. What happened was the children would play with these toys until they mastered how to use it correctly. The next question is, how did this observation change the way Montessori's teachers taught reading? Montessori began preparing children as young as 18 months to read. Using the small sensory objects, children would learn to grasp objects like they would a pencil. Using sound games, children began to listen and identify sounds. They then began to trace sandpaper letters with their fingers and learn to compose words. By providing children with sensory materials and building their foundation, Montessori's approach helps children not only learn to read and write, but love to read and write. Have you ever seen any examples of sensory learning in your observations? Yes, I am currently observing a 2-year-old classroom, and they do have many sensory objects or materials that they use. One example of one is there is a cube, and it has different shapes around each side of it, and there are blocks that the children match with the shapes to put in each corresponding side. They have stacking cups that all stack into each other, and the children can learn different patterns, colors, numbers, and different things like that. Alrighty, thank you.